Do you think rappers are broke?
Yeah, no, rappers are broke, dog. No, like rap, like a lot of rappers are broke, dog. A lot of rap, dog. And if you, dog, a lot of rappers, even the ones that you think are popping, aren't as popping as we think they are. You know, yeah.
Ovi,
Yo, what's good, Steezy?
what's good, man? Are you well?
Dog, I'm blessed, bruh. Shout
Yeah.
out to you. Shout out to this platform, bruh.
Shout
I
out,
see you,
man.
dog.
Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. We actually got the space. Remember, we used to shoot at a black spot.
Yeah.
We used to shoot in Santon. So now we moved to a new studio. It's pretty dope. We're still going to have to work on it. But slowly but surely, I think it's going to be looking pretty dope very soon, whereby we're going to be shooting podcasts and shooting content, basically.
Yeah.
How are you, man?
Dog, I'm blessed, bro. It's been a crazy journey, man. But then currently I'm blessed, bro. You know what I mean, bro?
Yeah.
Like it's more of we're taking it a day at a time now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, bro?
How's life?
Hey, man, life is crazy, bro. Like there's lots of ways to like look at things right now. You know, I'm at that point where a dude is trying to like reset, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm not like resetting without knowledge. Like I've experienced like a lot, bro. And I'm resetting with all the experience I've acquired over the years, bro, within the space. You know what I mean? So life is good, bro. Hip hop on the grind is, we're elevating to another level and all that right now. And that's just what I'm going through right now. Like the new chapter, the new phase of like the operation.
Yeah. I mean, like you're like that guy who knows a lot about hip hop. You know, the history of hip hop. You know what I mean? But it's like for the past couple of years, I would say maybe 5 years, it's like we've been seeing hip hop fading away, and now we have Amapiano.
Yeah.
Do you think hip hop is still relevant?
Yeah, no, hip hop is definitely still relevant, dog. One thing that we must like understand as people that are of this culture and of this movement is that like times change and eras change. So the only thing that's perceivably dead about SA hip hop is the era that we're in.
Yeah.
And you can see right now, you can see right now that like hip hop is in a different place with different faces across the board. And people that have been doing the most, let's say for the past 10 years, let's say 7 to 10 years, you can see them taking other steps in their careers, or they're making music that we don't necessarily know them by, because now they're in a position to do so. So man, hip hop is in a totally different place than it was 10 years ago. It's in a totally different place it was 15 to 20 years ago. And there's new faces, and not just new faces on a musical front, you know. There's a rise of new content creators. There's a rise of new people that are pushing events. There's a rise of like the streets are actually active in terms of SA hip hop. The streets are more active than the actual industry. So man, hip hop is in a totally different place. And what needs to happen is that more platforms should be facilitated, because the reason why SA hip hop has no reach right now, quote unquote, I'm not gonna blame the Amapianos and all that stuff, man. We just need like more platforms for us, so that we can take this whole thing to the next level, and also not just stay underground, but find a way to commercialize what it is you're doing.
But how do you guys you just mentioned something that you guys need more platforms. How do you guys find more platforms, or you get more platforms? Because now it's like these platforms, they're actually going with what's trending. How do you guys make of that? How do you guys find a way to be relevant? Because if the platforms, they're going with what's trending, you guys are you're gonna be extinct at some point.
Bro, that's what they tried to do to us like a good year ago, good 2 years ago. Like, if you can see right now, commercially on radio, there's only like YFM that has an actual hip hop show. Shout out to Fefe and OG. And then it was like us, hip hop on the grind and whatnot. So like, to answer your question, it's a matter of like us creating our own platforms, because now, also what people need to also understand is that like, not everybody should be a rapper, even though you can and whatnot. So it's important for hip hoppers to evolve past the music, essentially, and get the skills and create the platform. So I could have been a rapper a long time ago, man.
Yeah.
Like lyrically, I could smoke anybody. But then within my circle, at the time, not growing up, but like coming up in K1.
Yeah.
At the time, I was the only dude that was actually in school, go tertiary, pushing media, right? So which meant that like I'd be the only person that could be selected to actually be in a radio station, which means that I could be the only person to actually facilitate platforms, because we have the skills, we have the knowledge and the intel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what we need to do as hip hoppers is not just like create like platforms, but like build other skills in order for you to actually get to where you're going in the end.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So moving on to platforms and all that, right? That's what I do right now. That's what I've been doing for the past, I could say, close to 9 years, close to 10 years.
Yeah.
I've been a part of like hip hop platforms, and I'm at a position where I'm creating my own. So hip hop on the grind, as people know or should know, we were a radio show called a Massive Metro. Now we just push content via like what we do. So we do interviews, we do podcasts, we do events. We also do like a thing called the Trap House, where homies can come through and perform their tracks in front of a green screen, and then we flip it into a trap house. And then from there, that's when the actual media business begins. Yeah.
What do you make of struggling rappers?
What do I make of struggling rappers? Struggling how so? Like
The ones that are not able to put their music out there. It's very hectic. It's very tricky for a rapper or a new musician to put their music out there.
Yeah.
You send emails, you send demos, but they don't even come back to you. It's very difficult. It's very difficult for you to like get into the industry. What do you make of that?
I think right now, what I'm seeing is that like the people that are succeeding are the ones that are actually putting like money behind what it is they're doing.
Yeah.
So I don't really like the term struggling. There's upcoming like I try to like level give things like categories.
But dude, they're struggling. I know that upcoming. You can tell that this guy is upcoming, right? This guy.
Yeah.
For me, upcoming, I'm like, snap, this guy's dope.
Yeah.
You understand? He's coming through. You understand? People saw Nasty C when he was rapping at school. They're like, this guy's upcoming. This guy's going to be dope. People saw Aries coming through. They were like, yo, this guy is coming through. This guy he's going to be big. You understand? So, I think people can disagree with me what their upcoming is, but there are struggling rappers out there. The only thing that you just do, you just perform at a tavern, which is okay, which is fine. Like, that's just the starting of your career and all that. But there's a point whereby a lot of people, they were struggling.
Yeah.
All of them, you were struggling.
80% of people actually.
Yeah.
Like in the industry, bro, like right now, so before I answer your question on the like, there's not even like, there is space for everybody, but like commercially there isn't. You know what I mean? So now commercially you can name like a top 5 or a top 10 or top 20 if you're pushing it. But then there's 100 other rappers, thousands of other rappers. So to answer your question to that, man, like it's good to like keep pushing and all that, man.
Yeah.
But then you gotta put money into what it is you're doing, bro. Because now you need to pay for marketing, you need to pay for PR, you need to pay. I mean, dude, like your visuals and the cameras you're using are freaking dope, dog. And you charge for that, bro. So that whole thing of pulling the struggle card, I'm a struggling MC, Overyt, please help me. dog, I can only like help you to the point where you want to be helped. Like niggas need to pay, bruh, at the end of the day, bro. So now the excuse, or not really the excuse, the response or the rebuttal to that is that now we are unemployed. But then that goes back to like what it is, what I said earlier on about like finding a skill and using that to like finance what it is you're pushing. You know what I mean, bro?
Yeah.
Like, I'm an MC, bro. I'm a rapper first. Like, before you guys saw me on radio, before you niggas saw me pushing I'm an MC first. But then in high school, when choosing, like, your career path, I remember telling my mom, yeah, I want to rap, I want to do all the stuff. And then she was like, nah, dog, I'm not going to let you do that because now I know where that's going to go. And I chose the media route, right? And within the course, the media course, I learned radio production, journalism, and marketing. That's what I majored in. And when I'm not rapping or creating content, we on radio working. When that's not happening, we working with other platforms. When that's not happening, we doing television. You know what I'm saying? So we need to skill up, bruh. Like this, like, dog. It's great to be lyrical, miracle, metaphysical, typical, whatever. It's amazing that.
So what you're saying is that it's okay for a rapper to switch from hip hop to Amapiano.
I'm not. No. I'm not saying rappers should switch from one genre to.
What do
the
you
next.
make of rappers that switch from hip hop to Amapiano, but they still rap, but they find a way to make it cool? You know how it is.
Yeah, like okay, now I'm a cultural hip hop person, right? So the correct way to have approached that was to take like the elements of the sound and make it hip hop. You know what I mean? So what the Jenston did was they kept the Amapiano genre alive by rapping on the sound. It's dope. Get your money, my nigga, and all that. Nah? But at the same time, dog, it's like, yo, bro, like, yo, you're supposed to be picking up your culture and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But then I don't have anything against what niggas got to do to actually eat, because now if it's working for them, then it work for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, hip hop, on a hip hop level, you're supposed to take the sound and then make it hip hop. Like, you see what Questa does with his sound, like Makwa, what he does with the sound.
Yeah, but I've never listened to Questa's new EP. I think it's an EP or an album.
Yeah, with Gabza.
Do you think that's a good idea?
That was dope, bruh, because now also, remember, Questa came from that Dakar series, right? And
it had a Kwaito type of feel,
and Questa, that's his identity, bro.
Yeah.
So and his identity is linked to his image appeals to the hood. You know what I'm saying? And because Amapiano is what's bumping in the hood right now, and that's where most people are, you gotta like also align yourself there. But at the same time, when you look at the Amapiano sound, you can tell that it's a cousin of Kwaito. And then if you know your hip hop history, you can tell that like Kwaito is a cousin of hip hop.
Okay.
In a sense. So it's all essentially the same thing. You know, it's just a matter of how you put it out there and how you tell your story and your narrative. You know what I mean? But like this hip hop thing is deeper than the sound. You know, it's deeper than the music. You know, like what we gotta understand as people that are hip hop is that, yeah, man, like, dude, like, Sharp, you rap now, but that's not all that hip hop encompasses, bruh. Like, I was explaining to Lindash earlier, man. Like, hip means to know, you know, and hop is the movement. You know what I'm saying? So now,
hip is to know.
Yeah.
And hop is to what?
It's the movement. It's the movement.
Okay.
This was explained by KRS-One.
Okay.
He does it in a song. He's like, hip means to know. It's a form of intelligence. To be hip is to be update and relevant. Hop is a form of movement. You can't just you can't just observe a hop. You gotta hop up and do it. You know what I mean? And then so hip hop. So let me just break down like hip hop in like. Let me just break it. So there's hip hop, which is spelled capital HIP in the same word HOP, right? jazz. So now that's the energy, that's the consciousness and all that, right? Like that's the force, hip hop.
Okay. So do you see, quite? I know a lot of people.
I'll break it down later, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people. They listen to quite the music. They listen to jazz music. There was a time where jazz music was popping. There was a time where quite the music was popping, but it's no longer popping now. Do you think that's gonna happen with hip hop, where people are no longer jamming so much to hip hop? But there will be like those hip hop experts like yourself who's going to listen to hip hop, like, yo, like telling your grandkids, like, yo, you guys don't know, we used to listen to hip hop. You guys are listening to Bacardi now, listening to Amapiano. Do you understand? Do you think hip hop will definitely like come back, like, you know,
dude, like
a lot of people,
like hip hop never left though. That's the thing, bro. That's the thing. Hip hop never left.
I mean, like hip hop, yeah, that's true. Hip hop never left. I get that. Jazz never left. Do you understand? Kwaito never left. People, there are people. Abo speak here, so they're still making music even today, even though it's no longer popping that much because people are listening to what's trending now. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is that, do you think hip hop at some point it's gonna be like jazz, whereby
obsolete.
People are no longer listening to it that much? Because at some point in the 1980s, jazz, or in the 1970s or 1920s, jazz was popping at the time.
Yeah.
Booming crazy. It was definitely one of the hottest music genres in the whole wide world. You understand? So now it's Amapiano, obviously, right? So what I'm trying to say is that at some point, I think in 2013 or 2014 or 2015, hip hop was in South Africa was like doing so well. Like it was booming on another level. You understand? And obviously there was Amapiano, but it was not doing that much. It was not doing that well, right? So what I'm saying is that, do you think hip hop at some point it's gonna like hold back? Yes, people are gonna be dropping music.
Fully, like it's gonna hold back.
Yeah, like Abo Questa and Abo Spanbani, they're gonna be dropping music, but people are no longer gonna be listening to that so much. Yes, there will be yourself who's going to listen to that and try to analyze, but there will be Abo General, so who's behind the camera, who won't listen to hip hop that much because they want to jam to Bacardi. They want to jam to what's hot at that moment.
Okay, so I think hip hop as a genre of music, I think it's the only genre that's been able to evolve over the years and stay relevant.
You mean decades? Yeah.
Yeah, decades, bro. Like globally, hip hop is celebrating 50 years. Globally, right?
Okay.
In this country, it's celebrating 40 years. So from the beginning, back go Cape Town in 1980, 1981, from the POC days up until where we are right now, bruh. Like we're still around. And what ensured hip hop's survival was the evolution via style, via sound, via skill, via also like subject matters and whatnot that encompasses everybody. So when it started in this country, it was and I feel like I kind of represent that era where it's like, conscious and whatnot, right? But right now, the consciousness part of it and the boom bap and the skill part of it still does exist. But then what's more prevalent is the style and sound that we're exposed to right now, which is about Lucas Raps, like those kids, about Blackie, about Tyson Sabantelli, about all these young guys. So like it's coming through in a new form. That's why I said earlier that like the only thing dead about SA hip hop was the era. Most genres don't last an era. We've lost it. We've been around since.
Okay, looking at where we are right now.
Yeah.
Do you think rappers are broke?
Yeah, no, rappers are broke, dog. No, like rap, like a lot of rappers are broke, dog. A lot of rap, dog. And if you, dog, a lot of rappers, even the ones that you think are popping, aren't as popping as we think they are. Yeah. But then at the same time, like an element of hip hop is the hustle element as well. So,
but rappers can't hustle. Tell me now that rappers can hustle. How do you hustle, bruh? The only thing that rappers will
Start
tell
a business, you said something about rappers being businessmen, so you gotta actually hustle.
No,
dog.
I can see there's a lot of rappers. Some of the rappers they're evolving to become businessmen, right?
That's an
But some of the
element,
rappers they don't know how to become a businessman
Because they're not educated.
or businesswoman. Yeah, because
which goes
the
back
only
to
hustle, the only hustle that they're talking about it's selling you cigarettes.
Yeah.
That's what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Most of the time,
Yeah.
they're not talking about starting a business and all that. Nah, they're not gonna talk about that.
Because now also rapping in itself, man, is an intellectual thing.
Yeah.
And for you to be able to rap or put together words and make it sound dope and at the same time tell your story, you need to be somewhat educated and well read.
Yeah.
And to answer your question, Yaure, rappers being broke, is that whole thing, Yaure, dude, we don't have education, bro, which means we don't have skills, which means you're not able to make money outside of the raps. And out of the 10 people or 20 people in the industry that are actually coining it, how many of you guys are actually saying that you're making that real bag, bruh? Because you can have your followers and whatnot, but then is that converting to sales? And also the space is different, bro. So now a stream isn't equivalent to a sale. You understand? Like a physical CD back then is worth more than a physical stream. If you were to stream my project, I doubt the value in when comparing to the CD is different, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So money. I mean, music isn't as lucrative as it was back then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So as artists, as people that are in the space, it's important to be skilled, bro. It's important to have either a side job or a full-time job you're pushing in order to fund what it is you do. Because now you can have a single, and then earlier on you're talking about how you can't get your stuff on radio and all that stuff. Machi, you're gonna need a budget for that, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like if I were to have a single now that I'm pushing, I know that I'm gonna need about 50 stacks in order for that thing to push. You know what I'm saying? Because now you need a marketing budget for these radio guys. You need a budget for your PR people to get yourself out there. You need all the stuff before the music. So we're focusing so much on the music that we don't even peep the business. You understand? So and because of that, we're not able to hustle, and because of that, we're remaining broke. I mean, snap, dog. I'm gonna make an example with myself as well, bro. Dude, if it wasn't for these skills that I have, these rappers wouldn't even have a platform. You know what I'm saying? So, which goes back to this hip hop on the grind thing that we've been working on for the past couple of years, dog. It's the skills that's allowing us to create a media platform for you guys. You know what I'm saying? So gents, ladies, we need to go to school, man. Whether you are a designer, because now remember, the skill of rapping, bruh, in itself, that's so many skills. You could be, because you can rap, you can write a whole series, Machine. Because you can rap, you're a presenter, you're an MC. Because you can rap, you know how to enunciate your voice, so you can be a voiceover artist and do ads and make your money, dog. There's so many skills that go into the craft in itself. So you gotta find a way to actually use your skills to better yourself, because we hip hop and like I said, an element of hip hop is the hustle. So we have DJing, breakdancing, graffiti art, rapping, and the fifth element, which is knowledge of self, which then leads to the hustle part. That's why your Jay-Z's, your Casper and your Vest in this regard are able to take what they have, the hip hop, make a name for themselves, and then create other things using their brand. That's what hip hop essentially is. Hip hop is the spark to set you up to other frontiers, I guess.
Just in wrapping it up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
Because we can talk.
Is it okay for rappers to switch to Amapiano?
Is it okay? Again, you're gonna ask me that question again.
Because I think you were not clear with that one. It's you're not okay with the, based on your answer, it's like you're not okay with the rappers switching to Amapiano.
I'm not okay with it. Dog, like, do what you gotta do, Machi. If it's gonna make you money, bruh, do it, bro. You know what I'm saying? But then, like, once that, because now remember, everything is a phase as well. Everything is an era. So, how are we gonna then take you seriously as a MC when you come back? That's what I'm saying.
That's
like, I mean, like, Reason did it, dog.
Yeah.
You check. Reason did it, and like he's making his bag off it, bro. You know what I mean? And at the same time, he's doing well in it, and at the same time, he's a dope MC.
But AKA says they showed their true colors, switched up piano.
Yeah, that's the thing, and that's the thing about hip hop as well. Hip hop will forever expose your character.
Yeah.
You check. So yeah, man, like do what you gotta do, and then yeah, man. Let me just keep it at that.
Bro, you need to pay the bills, dude. Like
you need to pay the bills. You check. So you can switch up to Amapiano, but like people like Overyt are gonna create their own platforms for it, for hip hop.
All right, cool. I think let's just stop it right here, my man. Thank you so much for pulling through. Right?
Word is born, my
G. See you on the next episode, probably so that we break down some other stuff.
Hey, dog, we can break down a lot of things, man. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to the Justified platform. Shout out to General as well, man. Shout out to where we're at right now as well, man. Word is born.
Shout out, man. Thank you so much.